So here we are, episode 22 of Eureka 7 Astral Ocean. This episode was pretty good again. All of them have been pretty entertaining, I guess, nowadays. So they pick up where they went last time. Elena's kind of like, oh, I think she kind of like admits like, I like you, Aoi, or whatever. But whatever, they fix that shit. Truth shows up. He starts fucking up shit with that weird robot guy thing that he's on, and then Elena and Maggie or whatever decide like to challenge him, or I guess everyone wants to fight Truth or defend or some shit. And Truth just fucks him up, starts fighting Aoi, and then he does this like sonic spinball shit and causes like a cyclone or a gust or some sort of like collection of trap R, and then Aoi's gonna get like chucked to the scub coral on the ground, and he gets warped because at the same time Naru was at her scub coral and she did some warping thing and got Aoi and warped him to her. So, and then she's even just like, yo, how's it going? You hungry? And yeah. So then back with Truth, he's raging. He is fucking infuriated. Like, he's like, where the hell is Aoi? Fuck! And he's just flipping the fuck out. Okay, so yeah, whatever. Like, sucks to be him. Now with Aoi again. Now Aoi is with Naru, and Naru's like, here, I served this bitch up some rice. I heard that like bitches like you would like rice. And Aoi's like, and just takes it and whatever. And he's like, should we really be eating? And she's like, yeah. And then I don't know. He's all like, oh shit, the scub really changed or some shit. And then we find out the ears are fake. Like, I'm assuming they're fake just because she took them off, clearly. But I don't know if they're just arguments. Like, maybe she got them because of the Corellian shit or the scub coral in her. But whatever. And then she just talks about some shit like, oh, yeah, well, your Nirvash doesn't have an archetype, so it won't be able to handle or deal with the Trapar wave. And he's like, what? And she's like, don't fight Truth. And he's like, I have to fight Truth. And then Team Harlequin's like, yo, dog, let's go fight Truth. So they're like, all right, let's do this. Then we found out that I guess people who had the scub coral or Corallian shit that's infected them, they're getting really sick or ill, or they might die, or they're dying or some shit, because they have been getting, I guess, really high levels of Trap R causes it to act erratically in the body and invade, and then I guess they're dying or getting sick. And they're like, oh shit, well, if this is happening to them, like, won't it happen to all the other people who are infected? Is that why Truth is trying to make this like swirl of Trap R waves to just flush the planet and kill anyone who has that? Will it hurt Aoi because he's like half human, half Corallian or whatever? But yeah, so then they decide like, all right, we have to go fight Truth. So Elena now has the secret thing on her IFO, Kiri or whatever the hell her IFO is called, but the secret's now there. She's kind of pissed about that, but they're like, we have to do this shit. So her and Flair or whatever, the girl who flies Alleluia, blonde chick, they're all going to stop they're going to stop Truth because he's going to a giant scub coral or some shit to destroy it. So we get Team Harlequin attacks first, and they're pretty cool because they're flying their little like shiny mecha things, which reminded me of like the little enemies in Star Fox that like deflected shit unless you could shoot in the little red area or some shit. But anyway, they're attacking it, and Truth kind of like just keeps going or whatever. Then like Team like Generation Blue or whatever, they show up and they're trying to help out, and even the Secrets show up and they like hold his ass down. They're like, whoa buddy, chill. And then the floating head starts talking to him, and they ask him questions like, are you human? And he's like, no. And they're like, well, are you a Corallian or some shit? And he's like, no. And they're like, well, are you a secret? And he's like, stop. And he's like, leave me alone. And Truth just gets mad and headbutts this guy, and I don't know if he died or if he shattered or exploded or whatever, but the secret, I didn't see him there anymore. So then they're like, all right, well, time to kick his ass. And then Aoi shows up, and I'm assuming Naru too, because the Mark 1 Nirvash or whatever, the original, or the Type 0, shows up, and it's next to him, and they're just flying at Truth, and then they have that little like ah, and then like ah, and then they're gonna probably clash or whatever, and then the episode ends, and it's like, huh, interesting. And then we meet this fucker, and it's like, what's going on with this guy? Oh, he wears sunglasses. Oh, he's like walking around with a shotgun and shit. And then this guy ends up going to like, I'm not really sure what this was, like a little ship or some pod or some shit. It looks like a previous ship. For a second I was like, oh, is this the like a gecko style ship again or some crap? But, and I only thought that because once he goes inside there's some green or some crap. But there's like 2 dead bodies, and it looks like a woman or some lady, and I'm assuming her child because their Gundam like broke early or whatever. And that kind of sucks. Like, I'm wondering, like, are people dying in wherever the hell this guy is? And then I guess he sees like swells are happening everywhere. Like, for some reason this world's getting destroyed. And then he's like, oh shit, a 7th swell. And then he's like, oh shit, we gotta do this. Nirvash. And then this giant ass Nirvash, which I've been told is like from the movie or whatever, he shows up and he's like, let's go. And then he's like, alright, let's go, Renton. And Renton's like pretty much set to go. Or I'm assuming he's fucking Renton because he goddamn looks like him. But yeah, so that's the end of the episode. And then I was like, ah, shit, yeah, next episode's going to be the greatest. Renton's here. He's probably going to show up in his, like, fucking Nirvash, and they're going to fuck shit up, and it's going to be beast. And then we're told that we have to wait till late autumn or something for the last 2 episodes, that they're going on hiatus. And it's like, didn't you guys go on hiatus earlier? Like, I remember earlier when I was waiting for an episode, I had to wait, like, 2 weeks or 3 or some shit. So it's like, what the fuck? But still, I guess Renton will fix shit. He says, like, oh, we could finally get Eureka and all this shit fixed, and it'll be perfect. And yeah, so now again, just hoping to see what the hell's gonna happen in the next episode. Sadly, gonna have to wait, but still, I guess it's exciting enough. There's 2 episodes left. I'm wondering if they're going to do, like, in the original Eureka 7, like, if they just do an hour-long special and just finish it all off. Maybe since they're doing the hiatus, they'll go that way. But who knows? Other than that, time to wait. So, yeah. So, if you like the video, again, like it. If you want more, subscribe. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Later.